The next topic is reverse and direct action in PID application. Reverse direct applications. So this is our previous presentation, and in this presentation we defined the error signal to be the error signal to be the difference between set point and the process value. So this is a key parameter here, and from here we know that the minimum and the maximum of the PID values will be, the mean will be 0 and the max will be 100. So this PID algorithm is not happy with the negative errors. So this is happy if the error is positive. So why it's like that? Because if the error is negative, we fit the negative value, and here we will have like minus 27, a negative control value, and when we apply that minus 27, we always have a 0 as output. This is not acceptable. So in order to avoid an always 0 signal in cases that the process value is more than set value, process value is more than set value, the error will be always 0. This is a this is a possible case in cooling application or in other application. Let me just show you how this is the possibility if we have the process value and time here, PV and time, and this is T. So we have like the process value is ambient temperature of like 45 centigrade, and we have a cooling system to cool this water and reach to make it just a lower temperature value like 25, a cooler value, a value that is much better and cooler, 25 centigrade. So by using so normal when we during a startup, during the when the machine is in standstill, process value is more than set value. So this is a cooling process in the PID terminology. We just call it a reverse action, reverse reverse action. So in the reverse action, the process value normally is more than the set value, and we need to use the PID controller to reduce the uh, process value and reach to a lower set value compared to the current process value. So this is the reverse action, and one application can be cooling applications. So let us just refer to the PID algorithm here. You can see that in the PID algorithm, um, in this case, in this specific case, error minus set error will be set value minus process value, and this is uh, less than 0. For error less than 0, it's a negative value. And in this case, for Siemens technology, it's advised to it's advised to use a negative gain. So when error is negative, it's advised to use a negative gain. Negative gain. Because from this point, here up to here, all these calculations, they are happy always with positive values. So if you are using a reverse action for PID controller for Siemens technology, in other technologies you just select that, so it's reverse, or just selecting by selecting an option in the PID controller. But in Siemens, it's your duty to select a negative gain. The y1, that is used in the PID control algorithm, is always a positive value, and the whole algorithm here, the whole PID algorithm here, will be happier with a positive value. But for this is the reverse action. For direct action, the story is, we discussed direct action previously. Direct action, heating process, direct action, heating process, like heating process. For heating process, we have the actual the set value is higher, set point is more than process value, like temperature 80. We are in, consider we are in the ambient temperature of 25. So by using the PID algorithm, we are heating the process and eventually reaching to the steady state. So in Siemens technology, you can select proper action, direct or reverse action, by using a positive or negative gain. For direct action, we use positive gain, and for reverse action, we use negative gain to have a proper PID controller operation. So I stop the video here, and we will uh, discuss a new PID topic in the next video. Thank you for watching.